What is going on, Multiversers? Welcome back to the channel. Multiversus the game and player first games. You need to be called out on this because what you did with the Battle Pass tiers, the new additional ones, it was a good idea but horribly implemented. And we got some positives and some negatives about it, and that's what the video is discussing. So I want to make this clear right at the beginning. This video is not to bash on Multiverses. It's not to bash on player first games. It's just to call you out when you do something extremely highly questionable, shall we say. When you do something like that, somebody needs to say something. I don't see any of the Multiverses ambassadors saying nothing about this. Maybe they can't. Maybe there's an agreement. They can't say anything negative about the game. Not quite sure. But there's no other content creators that I've seen. If you've seen somebody, please let me know. But I haven't seen a single person make a video about this. So I guess I have to. So that's fine. I will make a video about this. No problem. But the way you handled the new Battle Pass tiers, terrible. The amount of XP needed to level up was ridiculous. So I love Multiverses first and foremost. Again, this is not to bash on them. I love the game. And I wish it nothing but success. But I can't let the love for the game blind me, or we can't let the love for the game blind us from what happens, right? If we do that and we put them on a pedestal and we go, well, they can't ever do anything wrong. That's a terrible mindset to have. You're never going to get anywhere. You're never going to have constructive criticism and be able to fix things. No, it's just going to be like, hey, they added this and it's great. You might think it's just cosmetics and don't need it. That's not even close to what the point is. So we will be going over a couple positives to start things off, go over the negatives about this Battle Pass tiers stuff, and then we'll end off with another positive because we all need a little bit more positivity in our lives, right? So let's start off with the first positive. Multiverses added more tiers to the Battle Pass. That statement alone is great to hear. Multiverses, player first games, on the extremely small off chance you see this video, keep doing that for season 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, and 160. Do it for every season. Add more tiers after the Battle Pass. Make sure Battle Pass can still stop at tier 50. Technically, the Battle Pass can stop at tier 50, right? Those are your final rewards. You can even continue doing what they did. Recycle old items, just give them the gold border. But the XP, we will get to that. The XP to earn those needs to be adjusted and changed significantly. Again, we'll get to that. But you can recycle old items, old badges, old player profile icons, and player banners. Recycle that stuff and give us a gold border. I think that's okay because as a player, there's oftentimes a lot of people who will finish a Battle Pass a lot earlier than others, and then they go, now I have nothing to grind for. Well, if you do this and you add more stuff to collect, even if it's recycled, you can't tell me, somebody watching this, most of you watching this video, you can't tell me you don't have a favorite profile icon or a banner or a badge that you love to display. You can't tell me that if they make a gold bordered one, that you wouldn't be like, yeah, I guess I'll use that one instead. It might look a little bit better. It's nothing crazy, it's nothing new, but it looks a little bit better. So if they did that, they just goldify, is that even a word? But if they just golden everything, right? Just give everything a golden border for recycled items, and that's what comes at tier 51 and all the way to whatever. Not asking for 100 tiers. It could be 5 tiers. It could be 10 tiers, 20 tiers, just some additional tiers. Anybody that's played the current season of Fall Guys has done this, where at tier 100, their last tiers where you get your rewards, after that, you still earn stuff. You earn these crown shards, and that is a fantastic idea. Multiverses technically has implemented that idea for them. They just need to carry that over, but change the XP amount. So they're on the right track. It's like 1 foot forward type of thing, but then 2 steps back, right? Kind of head scratching. And speaking of head scratching, I guess we'll just jump right into the negative part, right? The negative part obviously being the amount of XP needed for just tier 51, just 52, and just 53 is ridiculous. And then if you combine just those 3 tiers alone, it is more combined. Those 3 tiers are more XP combined than tier 1 through tier 50. It's ridiculous. Like the tier 1 through 50 cost just less than 50,000 experience. Tier 51, 2, and 3 costs 75,000. That's 1.5 times the battle pass that you have to do it. So when this update just dropped with the new tiers, you had 15 days to do an extra 1.5 battle passes to get 3 rewards. It's not about that the rewards were crap, because I think it's actually a really good idea. Like I said, recycle those old items. That's fine. There will be people that will go after that stuff. Heck, throw in some toast and throw in some gold in there as well. That'll be fine. You don't need any more new items. The new items can stop at tier 50. Then recycle the stuff later. But the amount, let me bring this up, because somebody did the math here. So the important thing is here, kind of in the first paragraph, but this, if you started the new tiers on October 31st, when the update just dropped a couple days ago, on this past Monday. So they say here, if the season ends on the 15th, like it says, maybe there's a delay, maybe there's not, I don't know. But if it does end on the 15th, that means if you subtract 2 weeks worth of dailies, your daily challenges and those XP points that you get, there's going to be 14 total days of XP, daily challenges, which counts as 8,400 experience. And then there's 2 sets of seasonal milestones at 3,600 points. The math is there. So basically what they're saying is, I need to earn 18,000 points, the 8,400 from the seasonals and the 3,600 from the dailies, swap that around, but those points combined, you need 18,000 points of playing matches in 15 days. Do you know how much XP you earn from a match? If you play a match and you win a match, what do you get? 10 XP? 10 XP. And the game wants you to get 18,000. 18,000. And that's considering you win everything. That's considering that you win every single match. You see where the problem is? The XP, obviously, that's the biggest point. It's not necessarily, like we said, it's not the items itself, because that's actually not a bad idea. I've covered that a few times already. But the amount of XP needed to get there is ridiculous. And now there's been some mixed results from people, mixed reports, we'll say, from some people saying that the Battle Pass XP, so say a couple weeks ago, I can use myself as an example here. I earned, I was at 55,400 experience when the update dropped. So I accumulated a little bit more XP from doing dailies throughout the time after I finished tier 50 on the battle pass. So I had extra XP. Now there's some people saying that when the update dropped, they didn't get that extra XP added to their battle pass. They basically had to start from zero. I somehow was a lucky one. I know there's been a few instances of people saying that their extra XP did get added to tier 51. So I was one of the lucky ones. I know there's a lot out there that weren't. In fact, Tony said that that shouldn't have been the case. Nobody should have had the extra XP added to tier 51. So if you think about the people that didn't even get the head start with the extra XP, they're further behind. They're further behind. So the whole thing, the way they did this for this short period of time is obviously an issue and does need to be called out, which is why I'm making the video. Again, I haven't personally seen anybody else on Twitter or YouTube making this type of topic, and it does need to be addressed or called out at least. Again, maybe ambassadors can't say anything. Maybe they have like an agreement where you can only speak positively about our game. Yeah, but aren't ambassadors like the voice of the game, so to speak, to the community? So shouldn't they be able to freely speak their mind? I would hope so. I would hope so. So maybe it's a good thing I'm not an ambassador, so I can bring up topics like this. So, okay, I'll put this up on screen here real quick just so you know. But person here says basically kind of repeated what I was just saying. Level 51 through 53 requires a total of 75,000 XP. Level 1 through 50 required just less than 50,000. So 1.5 battle pass in just 15 days is ridiculous. And after all that math, of course, 18,000 points that you have to earn by simply only playing matches. That's already after the dailies and after the weekly challenges. We already got that out of the way. Like, somebody didn't do the math properly. I feel like that could have been a bug on their part. Like they added maybe an extra 0 in there or something like that. I don't know. Just kind of what I said, but that's just kind of what I was thinking. But yes, the XP, terrible. The idea of more tiers, phenomenal. Continue that. So that's the negative, but I do want to finish with a positive like I said I do. Or like I said at the beginning of the video. So the positive thing about Multiversus and player first games, they listen to the community. So again, on the off chance that they somehow see this or hear the message, maybe they make a change and they significantly lower the XP, because if you started from 0 basically, if none of your extra excess XP from your battle pass, if that didn't carry over and you basically had to start from 0 and you have to get 75,000, that's literally impossible. If I remember, I'll post the tweet if I still have it, but somebody basically did the math and said you have to basically play 11 straight hours or 11 hours a day, winning every single match from the start of Halloween, this past Monday when the update dropped. You have to play 11 hours a day. Last time I checked, there's 24 hours in a day. Most people got work. 8 hours a day at work. All right, there's 8 hours. Typically you sleep 8 hours. Oh, look at that. There's 16, which leaves 8 hours in the day. How do I play the game for 11 hours if I only have 3 left, or if there's only 8 left in the game? So that the math doesn't add up. The whole thing seemed good, but terribly implemented. I think that's just the best way to kind of summarize this. But again, they listen to the community, so if people are finally making a stink about this, then maybe they finally go, oh yeah, we messed up. So hopefully they hear something about this and something gets done, because there's a lot of us that are going to miss out on tier 52, maybe even, no, probably even tier 53, maybe even tier 52. But I am almost, I'm kind of there for tier 52 personally, but it's going to be so much. It's going to be so much. And it doesn't matter about me. It's not me personally, but there's just so many people that are going to miss out on these rewards. Again, just because they're recycled doesn't mean, that's not the point. It's just, you're going to miss out on something, especially if you bought the battle pass, right? Especially if you bought the battle pass. And tier 51 and 53 are technically paid items only. Why should I, how do I not have an easier access to this? Why is it so much more? Like, we just want an answer on that. So that's the call out, right? Multiversus, you messed up on this battle pass tier thing for the XP. Keep the items, keep recycling that stuff. That's a good thing to do. Plus, it saves development time. They can, how easy it is to go, all right, drag this into this tier reward, but we'll make it golden. That saves them so much more time, and it gives the players more rewards. Like I said, you guys probably have a favorite banner or profile icon or a ring out badge or a badge that you like to display before your fight. Who doesn't want it to be a little bit more golden? That'd be fun. Either way, let me know what you guys think. Is this handled the right way? Do you not really care, or do more people need to speak up about this? I kind of think more people need to speak up about this, but that is going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Happy Friday. Go into your weekend with a little bit more positivity. And I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.